Hi everybody, this is Susie and welcome to another Wild Orchid Crafts video on behalf of the Wild Bunch. Hope all of you are doing well today. And yes, I am recording from my new laptop, so this is kind of fun actually. What I have for you today is a keepsake card slash book. I don't know what you might want to call it because it's hardcover, but it's really nice, and I'm going to share that with you right now. But first I'd like to tell you how I made it. My husband was walking by a place one day, and it was the video place, the video rental place, and he saw these like chipboard kind of like little advertisements that they would put behind the video in the store. He saw it in a bin right outside the store waiting for them to take it for the garbage. So he just grabbed a handful thinking that I might be able to do something with these, and I wish he would have taken all of them because there was thousands of them. But he only grabbed a small handful. In the meantime, this is exactly what I use, and I'd say it's probably about 8 or 9 inches wide by about 5.5 inches tall. And I folded this in half, and this is what I wound up making with it. And this is the second type of card keepsake that I had made using one of those flyer thingies. And I'm going to just share with you that this is a Prima paper that I had used on the outside, and I had inked the edges with the vintage photo from Ranger. I haven't really been doing this kind of thing for a while, which I think I'm going to start getting back into some more of my paper crafting. And I really enjoyed making this. It was kind of fun. And what I did was I put paper on the front and on the back. I also put one sheet of paper, as if you'd be doing the regular standard book binding that we all do, on the back here, and I etched everything. It looks so nice and vintage. I like it. The older it looks, the better. And then I've seen quite a bit of people using a piece of paper where they curl it over, and I love the way that looks. I've made it in a couple of projects in the past, but to be honest, I haven't really been doing a lot of paper crafts, so this is kind of recent of me doing that, but I really like the way that looks. And this was another piece of paper from the Prima line. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I will get that for you and put it in the drop-down box below, along with all of the other Wild Orchid Crafts items that I'm using in this video. And I just adhered that down with some liquid glue. I liked using the liquid glue on that because I can move it around and get it in the exact spot that I want it to. And on the inside of the book, I wound up just putting a piece of white craft stock because I may insert something over here like a very narrow bunches of papers. I'm not really sure yet, or just use it as a keepsake card. It's actually going to be a thank you to somebody we had gotten together for dinner after not seeing each other for quite a while, and they treated, so I wanted to send a little thank you card. I'm going to use this. I think it looks so nice because it could be like kind of like a keepsake. And getting back to the front of this, I really love the way it came out because it wasn't too pinky frilly or lacy. Then again, on the other hand, it looks really vintage and very pretty in person. So what we have here is some of these Wild Orchid Craft leaves. I have the green leaf that I etched in some vintage photo, as well as the white one, which is a little bit smaller. They're so cute in person. I don't know if you've ever tried any of those, but you can definitely ink them and paint them and do whatever you like with them. They certainly are a looker. I really love those. I'm just bending this back so I can see what I have here. I decided to use on the flowers on this one. The background is kind of a mustard yellow and a cream, I wanted to stay in the browns and the neutrals. So what I had done was I mixed a variety of different brown flowers along with one of these blue flowers. And this one is actually I had taken off one layer of flowers on that one. And this one, the mustard color yellow one, that one, I don't know the name of it offhand, but I certainly will list it down in the drop box below for you. That was just a flower, like one flat layer of a flower from another project, and I just ruffled that up and stuck it in as a filler. And these other flowers as well, I have removed some of the layers to make the flowers smaller so that I can use the type of flower that I wanted, yet still have it small enough to look really pretty on the project. And these, you might be asking yourself, like, what are those long green things? These are some of the other leaves here from Wild Orchid Crafts. Really, I really like those. They're kind of like a fern almost. And really, I used quite a few of them, and I just bent them and stuck them down there also on a wire. What else do I have here? Oh, I have another leaf down here that's kind of like a three-tone shaded of green, yellow, and white. Really very pretty. And in the background, I kind of just ruffled up, really, some raffia and stuck it down. Kind of like a really nice rustic-looking, neutral type of card. And then way down on the bottom here, I have one of those clear Tim Holtz charms, and I just adhered a piece of scrappy cardstock to the back of it just so that it matched. I could have wrote something on it like thank you now that I'm thinking about it, but I didn't. And I have a tiny thank you stamp too. I could have actually done that. And then I made that little jump ring with a piece of wire by wrapping it around a pen and then cutting it off and then just simply pushing it right through the charm, and that was it. I have also some really pretty Wild Orchid Crafts seam binding that I had pulled that jump ring through and tied a bow and just stuck it on. I use hot glue for everything here, and just also what I have here is this is a vintage button. I just love that. My husband, he's just the most thoughtful guy in the world. I'm telling you, he loves to collect vintage stuff, old antiques, and this guy actually calls him whenever things come in, and it just happened to be that one day somebody came in with an insane amount of buttons. I should do a separate video on that to share it with you, but I did share pictures on Facebook, and one of the bottles of buttons happened to be these metal type buttons, so I thought that this was a suitable button. I don't know if you can see on the side. I stuck that down with some of the E6000 glue. Really, at first I didn't think it was going to take because I don't really use that glue that much at all. But I just let it sit there for a while with a clip over it, and it stuck down perfectly. It's not going anywhere. And as you can see on the back here, I just used my crocodile, punched a hole right through this chipboard, put in one of these eyelets, and then just pulled through some of the seam binding from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then, you know, I can simply tie this around. That was my goal, actually. And then just tie a bow there and just let it hang down. So, yeah, that's really it. Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to share with you this flower right here. Okay, this is also, I had a few layers of a different flower from Wild Orchid Crafts that I had pulled apart, and I wound up using those layers and recreating one of their roses with, it's very small, not tiny teeny small, but it's like a 1-inch flower, and I thought it came out really very pretty. I do love all of it. And the Prima line paper, this one, I would back up, but I'm kind of wearing like shorts, and I don't want the whole world to see me in shorts. So I have the paper behind me, but certainly will list it. I think it might have been the Zipher by Prima. It's just really beautiful. And honest as always with you, my friends, I don't have a lot of scrapbooking paper. I have a large collection of it, but I've been doing a lot of fabric crafts lately, and so I really need to catch up. I had purchased this paper for a friend, and really she had loved it, and when I saw the cover of it, I really liked it also because it's very neutral yet vintage, depending on the way you want to design with it. It could even be a little shabby too, and so I'm getting it for myself. I really love the way that it looked. And the other paper I have from Prima is the Tea Time. That's how far back. I don't really have a lot of updated paper, so I need to get some more cardstock to play with. And that's really it. So if you don't have to have one of these thingies that I showed you in the beginning to go ahead and make your keepsake book, you can just use even a piece of cereal board. I mean, if you have like a box of cereal and you like cut it in half and you open it, if you look at it, depending upon like the spine part of it, like the width part of the box, you'll notice that the cereal box kind of looks almost like a book. So again, you can just simply make one of these out of those, and that might be one of my next projects. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video today, and go on over to www.wildorchidcrafts.com to check out all their beautiful mulberry handmade paper roses and more embellishments for your crafts, your home decors, and more. So we have some beautiful laces too, so you can go on over and check that out. And if you have any questions or need help with anything, please don't hesitate to contact me. Send me a message and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope all of you are well and having a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate all of your love, support, and friendship throughout my crafting and sharing with you. So by the way, I also have a Facebook page called Suzie Crafter. I hope you can come on over and join. I have a fan page as well. I'm actually sorry that I named it a fan page, because I'd like to just change it to Suzie Crafter, but I'm unable to do that at this time because it's actually past a certain time for me to go ahead and make those changes. So my blog is also suziecrafter10.blogspot.com. Everything will be listed in the drop down box below for your reference. Thank you so much. Have a great day.